Congresswoman Jackie Speier is a member of the House Intelligence Committee. She was in today's hearing. Congresswoman, you were actually able to ask questions of Roger Stone, right? What was your takeaway?
So my takeaway was that he was very responsible. He answered our questions with the exception of one big question, who the in-between confidant was, who was able to confirm when Julian Assange was going to release those emails. But outside of that, he was pretty cooperative. He gets kudos from me from doing that. I think what we don't know, however, is what kinds of emails, Twitters, Facebooks, comments that he's made, because he really did not provide anything to the committee because he said there wasn't anything, which is hard to believe when you were engaged in a campaign, but we'll take him at his word at this point in time. I will say, though, he is truly off base when he suggests that somehow it was an inside job that hacked the DNC. We have 17 intelligence agencies that know with great certitude that it was done by the Russians. We also know that Guccifer 2.0 was a Russian operative. Again, he somehow declines to see that. I guess unless he ever gets to see the classified information, he's going to continue the fantasy that he's kind of weaved in that regard.
So that was, you said what you didn't get to know was who really the middleman was between him and Julian Assange. There had been some indication that they had been in touch. Julian Assange at one point denied. Of course, Julian Assange is the founder of WikiLeaks. So do you believe that he had a hand, and what did you learn today? Do you believe that Roger Stone had a hand in the coordination of those leaks, or even just being given a tip-off? He would say things at times that could indicate perhaps he knew. Of course, that may be difficult at this point to prove. Do you think that can be definitively proven that he had knowledge of these releases?
Well, he did have the confidant who actually had the conversation with Julian Assange. And so I think moving forward, that's going to require us to do another interview with yet another person. In this case, it would be the confidant.
Okay, so you don't know who the confidant was?
No, he was unwilling to tell us, and he's going to think about it and see if the individual will release him and allow him to give the name. Otherwise, it would require us to subpoena him.
Okay, so he's saying that he was indeed at least in touch through a middleman with Julian Assange, but he won't say who.
That's correct.
Okay. He said that he had some of these back channels. He said that he's produced records. What he's saying is because he did have a direct message, it appears, with Guccifer 2.0. He's saying that it's out there, that you have that information. One source saying the reason we actually did disclose this information to the committee in a timely manner, it's out there, but you are concerned that there's actually more to it.
Well, he's said what he has said. He said it under oath. So we have no reason to doubt it at this point in time. But again, we will be talking to others who will be able to confirm or coordinate or not.
Okay, so you are Congresswoman Jackie Speier, but we heard Roger Stone refer to you as Jackie Smear. He is saying that this is essentially a campaign by you and other Democrats. What's your reaction to that?
Well, that's really regrettable that he said that, and, shame on him for doing that. I didn't call him a name. I would suggest that the better part of valor would be not to do that. But I will say this. We are concerned. The reason why this investigation is ongoing is because a cyber war took place in this country against every American voter. And it will happen again by the Russians if we do not get to the bottom of it and prevent it from happening again. I am not convinced that they did not hack into the voting machines, even though we have been told that that probably didn't happen. I'm not convinced that that is the case. And I think moving forward, we've got to put this country first in terms of making sure that our election system is not hackable.
Before I let you go, I do want to ask you one more question about this this confidant that he had as a connection to communicate. He told the committee, right, with Julian Assange. Did he describe the process by which he was in touch with this confidant? Did he describe the sort of flow of information, if there was any?
Well, I would probably not be at liberty to talk about that at this point, but it will certainly be something that he could convey to you or others. But
Did he describe it, though, even if you can't tell us what it was? Did he describe that?
Yes, he did. He did.
Okay. All right. Well, we know that you certainly are not able to reveal everything that you heard today, but we do appreciate you giving us some idea of it. Congresswoman Jackie Speier, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.